Apart from air pollution, waste pollution is also very important. Because of the economic growth, now people are more wealthy and they can buy more goods, and then there will be more waste. After they finish using, say, the mobile phone, in the past, they may change the mobile phone maybe 3 or 4 years at a time, but now they change it every year. So there's a lot of waste generated. So the growth rate of waste is quite high in the last decade. Let's talk about double digit, and we don't have enough landfill. And this is the map showing the distribution of landfill around Beijing. So this is the center Beijing, and the yellow pin are those areas where we have landfill. So you can see that the capital is surrounded by rubbish, but we still do not have enough landfill to cope with the increase in populations and also more economic activities. So this is the structure of a landfill. It's not difficult to build a landfill. We first dig a hole and then cover it with a clay liner, which is a waterproof material that can avoid the dirty water from the rubbish from getting into the underground water. And then we can start throwing rubbish into this landfill, and the rubbish will then accumulate. Maybe a landfill can last for a few years or a decade. And then when it is full, then we cover it with a topsoil cap so that it will not expose the rubbish to the air. After a period of time, the organic substance in the rubbish will degrade and then create some gases, and these gases are the methane gases, which are quite useful because we can burn methane gas to generate power. So we will also put some pipes to collect this methane gas generated from the landfill for energy saving. And this biodegradation process require air ventilations to facilitate the aerobic respirations of the bacteria. So in the operations of the landfill, at the beginning, because there are air in the soil, so the bacteria will undergo aerobic respirations, which means that the respirations that consume oxygens. And then, just like breathing, respirations, we breathe in oxygen and then we'll breathe out carbon dioxide. So bacteria will also behave the same way. But carbon dioxide will increase the concentration. So this is the phase 1, aerobic bacterial respirations. And in the presence of oxygens, the bacteria will breathe in oxygens and break down the hydrocarbon and then breathe out carbon dioxide until the time when oxygen is depleted, no more oxygen in the soil. Then it will go to phase 2, we call anaerobic process, which means that the process without using oxygens. So when there's no oxygens and the hydrocarbon is broken down, and when there's no hydrogen, the bacteria will convert those hydrocarbon into methanol and ethanol. And then later on, the gas methane will be produced. And then in phase 3, those methane producing bacteria will then produce methane and also consume more carbon dioxide. So you can go back to the chart showing that in the phase 3, so this is what we call the methanogenic activities, and then the carbon dioxide level will drop because the methane producing bacteria will consume carbon dioxide and at the same time will produce more methane. This is the typical operations of a landfill. There are pipes that collect the methane gases. After the compressions and filtrations process, the methane gas will pass to the generator building, where those methane gas will burn and generate heat. So those red color are the thermal heat flow. Okay? The yellow color are those gas flow, the methane gas flow from the landfill to the generator building. And then the blue color are those electricity flow. So the thermal flow will heat up the turbine, and then the turbine will then rotate the generator and generate electricity to power up those areas. So what's the amount of power can be generated by a landfill? Now let's see this example. You can go to this link and download this Excel file, which gives us the landfill gas emission model, help us to do the calculations. So let's say the landfill can provide 432,000 cubic feet of landfill gas per day. And this methane gas is an important component of the landfill gas, which can provide an energy content of about 34 megajoule per n meter cube. Then please try to calculate what's the value of this landfill, how much energy can it generate, and what's the equivalent value of this amount of energy in terms of the electricity charge in Hong Kong. Let me give you a tips. In Hong Kong, we are paying about 1.3 Hong Kong dollar for each kilowatt per hour of energies. So please do the calculation now and then give me the answer in the next online tutorial. Having said that, the landfill can generate some good value to the society, but still we need to reduce the amount of waste. There are lots of actions taken by the government. For example, to prohibit the use of free plastic bag, and also the State Council promote the use of cloth bag and also the shopping basket. And these measures can help to reduce 10% of drops in the usage of plastic bag. But this is not enough. We need to work together to reduce the generations of waste and try to reuse and recycle our waste product as much as possible.